Have you ever sort of stopped and wondered what it really means when one of the world's biggest tech companies, the ones defining innovation, leading on things like AI, when they're just noticeably absent from another massive tech trend, like cryptocurrency? It's pretty interesting when you think about it. So today we're doing a deep dive into Google's parent company, Alphabet, and their latest earnings report, Q2 2025. Now, they absolutely crushed expectations in their usual spots, advertising, cloud, that sort of thing. But what really jumped out at us, and what we want to dig into, is this very deliberate crypto-neutral stance they're taking.
Yeah, and that's not just some, footnote in a report. For a company like Alphabet, that scale, making a specific choice not to do something like hold crypto, that's really significant. It's definitely stirring up debate among analysts, and, well, it says a lot about how these huge players are trying to figure out these volatile new markets.
Exactly. So that's our mission today. We're going to break down those, frankly, impressive Q2 numbers, explore what this crypto strategy actually looks like for Google, and try to understand why. Why this particular path, and all the info we're using it straight from the latest on their Q2 performance. Okay, so let's kick off with those Q2 financials, because they really are quite something. Alphabet pulled in a total revenue of $96.4 billion for the quarter.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a 14% jump year over year. 13% if you adjust for currency stuff. Shows real strength pretty much everywhere. Net income was up 19%. Earnings per share climbed 22% to $2.31. But the real standout, Google Cloud, absolutely surged.
That's what I saw too. What was the number again?
Revenue there jumped 32% to $13.6 billion.
Yeah.
And get this, it's their sixth profitable quarter in a row.
Sixth straight. That's huge for cloud.
It really is. It just shows how resilient their core businesses, ads, and cloud are. Yeah. Especially when, you look around and see some competitors having a really tough time in the market right now.
It paints a picture, doesn't it? A company just firing on all cylinders, huge excitement around AI, cloud is booming, and yet, here's the fascinating part. Google is very specifically staying away, far away from holding Bitcoin or, any crypto directly. It feels like this strategic paradox almost.
Yeah.
Right in the middle of a quarter full of aggressive innovation.
That's exactly it. And when we talk about crypto neutral for Alphabet, what we mean is, well, pretty specific. You look at their balance sheet, no digital assets listed, no Bitcoin, nothing.
Right.
And listen to the earnings call recording or read the detailed 10Q filing. Zero mention of crypto. It just wasn't there, which really flags this as a long-term, very careful position on getting directly involved with crypto assets.
And that kind of stance, it's getting rarer among the tech giants anyway. It makes Google's position stand out even more. I mean, think about it. You've got Tesla, MicroStrategy, they hold crypto openly. Even Meta, right, another AI giant. They've dipped their toes in NFT projects, those stablecoin experiments they had. And now there are reports Amazon might be looking at crypto for payments. So Alphabet, they seem happy to just stay in that picks and shovels lane, as people call it.
Right, providing the tool.
Exactly. They provide the infrastructure, the cloud services for others building in the space, but they avoid the roller coaster ride of actually holding the crypto themselves.
But it's not quite that simple, is it? Because, okay, they're not holding the assets, but Google Cloud is actually really involved with blockchain infrastructure. They're doing partnerships.
Ah, okay, so there's a nuance there.
There is. Just in the past year, Google Cloud has boosted its support for blockchain analytics. They've launched services for validators.
Yeah.
And they've signed deals with big names, Solana, Polygon, Layer Zero, basically helping them with node infrastructure, developer tools, that kind of thing. And they've launched specific integrations for developers building Web3 stuff. So the key difference to grasp is involvement, yes, but it's focused on infrastructure and tools. Supporting the ecosystem. It's not about owning the coins.
That distinction's important. And it leads to the big question, right? Why does this matter so much? Especially now, Bitcoin's trading over, $118,000, and you see more companies quietly getting involved. Analysts are really divided on Google's approach here.
How so? What are the main arguments?
Well, on one side, you have analysts arguing that this conservative approach is smart. It shields Google from investor freakouts when the crypto market corrects, which it tends to do, keeps things stable.
Makes sense. Avoid the volatility.
Right. But then others argue the opposite. They think Google risks, falling behind. That as tokenization, decentralized finance, as these things keep growing, Google might miss the boat on a fundamental shift.
The FOMO argument versus prudent risk management.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
Is it foresight, avoiding a bubble, or is it a blind spot that could cost them later?
And it's interesting because Google absolutely can afford to take this cautious route.
Yeah.
They have the flexibility. They finished the quarter with over $133 billion.
Hmm.
Billion dollars with a B in cash and marketable securities.
That's a staggering amount of cash.
It's a huge war chest, isn't it?
Right.
Way more than enough to dabble in digital assets,
Mm-hmm.
if they ever wanted to.
Yeah.
They've got the firepower. They're just choosing, for now,
Yeah.
not to aim it at crypto holdings.
So the bottom line for now, I guess, is pretty clear. If you're an investor and you want direct crypto exposure, you're just not going to find it in Alphabet stock. Simple as that.
Right. Not directly.
But, and this is the interesting part we talked about, with Google Cloud getting deeper into supporting blockchain projects, the groundwork is definitely being laid. It's like they're building the highways for the crypto economy, even if they haven't bought any crypto delivery trucks yet.
So thinking about that immense financial strength Google has and this deep involvement in blockchain infrastructure through the cloud, does this crypto-neutral asset strategy feel more like calculated prudence, smart caution in a crazy market? Or is it maybe just a temporary, cautious bet that could easily flip to direct involvement later on once things settle down or become clearer? What do you think?
It's the key question, isn't it? In a tech world that changes so fast, how do these massive companies like Google really balance that? The potential upside of jumping in early versus the very real risks of these new, sometimes unstable technologies. Especially, and this is maybe the final thought for people to chew on, when their current strategy, the picks and shovels, might actually be paving the exact road they could eventually travel for, a more direct kind of crypto future themselves. It sort of makes you wonder if they're building the bridge before deciding whether or not to cross it. Something to watch for sure.